Hey guys, Stuart here, welcome along to this channel. Now, I get asked all the time, why can I not find my Google site website on Google search once published? The answer is you need to optimize your Google site for SEO, search engine optimization. And today I'm excited to show you just how easy it is to optimize your Google site for SEO so that you can be discovered on Google search. Okay, so before we go ahead and dive into Google Sites, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already or if you're new to this channel, and that way you'll stay updated with actionable videos and tutorials designed to equip you with the skills, knowledge, and tools to help your small business thrive online. And with that happy note out of the way, let's go ahead and launch into this SEO tutorial for Google Sites. Okay, so for the purpose of today's SEO tutorial for Google Sites, I'm going to use this Google Sites template for service-based businesses. If you're interested in any of our custom Google Sites templates, I'll add a link down below in the description for you to access those templates. Now, once you've arrived in the back end of your Google site website, we can now start optimizing our website for SEO. And the first thing that we want to do is make sure that our website is published. So once you've finished customizing your website pages, the sections, you've added all your content to your website, then you can simply navigate up to Publish in the top right-hand corner. Simply go ahead and click on Publish. And then down here, what you want to do is add your business name. And you can do this whether you have a free Google account or a paid Google Workspace account. So here under web address, what you want to do is add your business name. For the purpose of today's tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and add Weber Web Design. That is the example business we're going to be using for today's tutorial. And as you can see, my business name is available. Now, if your business name is not available and it's already taken, then you want to create a variation of that business name. And you can see down here what your website domain name will look like, your website URL. Again, like I mentioned, this might look slightly different depending if you're using a free Google account or a paid Google Workspace account. So this is the domain that we can add into Google to find our website. Then simply navigate down to Publish. And congratulations, just like that, your website is published. Now what we want to do is navigate up to Share with Others, click here, then navigate down to Published Site and then click on Restricted. And here what we want to do is select Public. We want to make sure that our website is publicly available so that people can find our website online. Then go ahead and click on Done. And to copy and share your website link, simply navigate up to the top and locate this link icon, click here, and then come down and click on Copy Link. And you can share this link with your audience through different channels. I'm going to navigate up here and exit out of this. Now, in terms of improving your Google Sites SEO, so adding your business name to the free Google Sites domain name will improve your SEO. However, you can take this to the next step by moving away from the free Google Sites domain name and connecting a custom domain name. Next, what we want to do is talk about keywords. This is essential for SEO. Think about keywords as primary search terms that your potential customers or audience are typing in on Google search. These keywords could be your business name, the services or products that you offer, the industry that you operate in, and the geographical location that you service. For example, let's take a look at this business Google Sites website. You can see that a primary keyword is my business name, Weber Web Design, because I want potential customers to search Weber Web Design and I want this website to appear in search engines like Google. So Weber Web Design is a keyword that I want to target. I also want to target Weber because this is a keyword that's part of my business name, and I also want to target Web Design. This is a service that we offer. So Weber Web Design is a web design agency. And if we navigate over to the right hand side, these are the locations that we operate in New Zealand: Auckland, Tauranga, Taupo, and Christchurch. So these are 4 different keywords that I want to target. Let's say that my primary location is Auckland. So a keyword that I want to target is Web Design Auckland, because I know my potential customers are typing in Web Design Auckland into Google search to find local web design companies. Now, if you're completely new to the world of keywords and keyword research, then what I'll do is add a beginner's tutorial up above and down below in the description, which will help you get started with keyword research for free. So go ahead and check out that tutorial if you're completely new to keyword research. Now, once you identify the primary keywords that you want to target, you want to start adding those keywords throughout your title, headings, content, and images. So let me show you what I mean. If we navigate down to business name here, this is what we call a page title. I'm going to change this to my business name, which is a keyword that I want to target. And I'm going to go ahead and make this slightly smaller. And as you can see, under the home page and for the page title, I've added this primary keyword, Weber Web Design, which is going to allow me to rank higher in Google search for this primary keyword. This is going to help Google understand what our website is about. Then navigate down to the subheader, and you want to add a subheader that also has a primary keyword in the subheader. For example, I'm going to go ahead and change this to #1 web design agency in New Zealand. And as you can see, I've got web design. This is a keyword that I want to target. Again, on the home page, what I would do is navigate down and add relevant keywords throughout your content on your website pages. I'm going to navigate up to this tagline and change this. Over 500 websites developed across New Zealand. And this is a keyword variation to website development and website design. And you want to make sure that each of your pages are relevant. For example, if we navigate up to the top and head over to service 2, let's say that this service was a social media management service. So I'm going to go ahead and add social media management, and I'm happy with that. Then what I would do is navigate through this content and make sure that I'm targeting this primary keyword for this specific page, social media management. So my primary service that I offer is web design. However, for these other services, these other pages, what I would do is target specific keywords related to the service that I offer. So again, with social media management, I'll navigate down here and talk more about social media management and ensuring that I have social media management throughout my content. So again, take the time to add relevant keywords throughout your website pages. These are the keywords that your potential customers are typing in on Google to find your business, your brand, your products, and services. Next, you want to make sure that your images have alt tags that have a keyword associated to that photo. So for example, if I click on this image here and then navigate up to these 3 dots, what you want to do is navigate down to alt text and add a description of that photo. Ideally, what you want to do is add a keyword that you want to target that is relevant to this photo. So again, for me, I'm going to add social media management and then come down and click apply. And you want to do that with all the images on your website. So again, navigate through your website pages and make sure you're adding relevant alt tags to your images. For example, if I come down here and change service 1 to web design, then what I would do is click on this image and then locate these 3 dots and then find alt text. And because this section is talking about our web design service, I'm going to go ahead and describe this as web design and then hit apply. So take the time to navigate through each of your website pages and add alt text to each of your images. And remember, this is based around keyword research. This is based around the keywords that you want to target. Okay, so before we move on, let's summarize keywords. You want to make sure that you're adding your primary keywords in your URL so that your domain name has a keyword. And then you also want to add your keywords into your page titles, your headings, subheadings, the content throughout your pages, as well as image alt tags. Now, just quickly before I get back to this video, I just want to mention my all-in-one digital playbook that you guys might be interested in called Go Digital Now, the Ultimate Small Business Playbook. This dynamic book took me a year to create and is ideal for small business owners, new and existing, that are looking for a clear-cut digital roadmap for setting up the right tools, systems, activities, and strategies so that you can absolutely dominate online. I will add a link in the description below this video if you want to learn more about Go Digital Now. Okay, so with that out the way, let's go ahead and get back to this video. Next, we want to talk about NAP, name, address, phone number. If we navigate down to the bottom of our page, you can see we have a footer section. Now, any change you make in the footer, you will see on each of your website pages. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and click on Edit Footer, and you want to structure your website footer like this. You want the locations that you operate in if you're a service-based business, and you also want to have your business address, business phone number, and business email. And you also want to add your business name in your footer somewhere. I could add my business name down here, or I could add it under address as well. And it's important that your business name, address, and phone number is consistent on each of your website pages, as well as across all your different online assets. For example, these could be local citations, these could be directories online, or your social media channels, your social media pages. You want to make sure that your business name, address, phone number, and email are all consistent online. So again, it's vital that you have your business information in your footer. Next, we want to talk about internal links. If we navigate up the page, you can see that we have these different buttons. This Contact Us page will send the website visitor to the Contact Us page. If we navigate up to the top, you can see we have recent projects. Now, all of these buttons, they take me to different pages on my website. This is called internal linking. So you want to make sure that your internal navigation and internal links are set up correctly. For example, what I could do is highlight this and then navigate up to link, and I could link this websites developed to projects. These are previous projects. So websites developed, this text here, if someone clicks on this link, on this text, that's going to take them to the projects page. I'm going to go ahead and click on apply. And that's what we call an internal link. Again, if I navigate down the bottom of this page, and let's say I had a website page for Tauranga, Auckland, Christchurch, and Taupo, then what I would do is link those words, link those texts to the Our Locations pages. Now these are just placeholders. If I click on them, nothing happens. However, if they were pages, then what I would want to do is link the footer to each of these pages. Again, I can navigate down here, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight this, web design, then navigate up to insert link, then navigate over to service 1, which is web design, and then click on apply. And I just created another internal link. And this helps Google understand your website structure. It also improves the user navigation and user experience. So you want to make sure that you're linking your different website pages together. Next, we want to talk about Google Analytics and the Google Search Console. These are two platforms that allow you to understand how your website is performing. To connect Google Analytics, simply navigate up to Settings and then locate Analytics. And here, all you need to do is add your Google Analytics tracking or measurement ID. And that's going to allow you to track important data like how your website visitors are interacting with your website. Now, if you're interested in learning how to set up and connect Google Analytics with your Google site, then what I'll do is add a beginner's tutorial up above and down below in the description, which will guide you through that process. This video will also show you how to connect the Google Search Console. This is another essential analytics platform that allows you to understand how your website is performing on search engines. You can essentially identify the keywords that you're ranking for. If you're interested in learning how to use Google Analytics and how to use the Google Search Console, then I'll add those tutorials down below in the description for you to check out. It only takes a few minutes to connect each of these tools. Okay, so I'm going to navigate up to exit. And last but not least, we need to talk about backlinks. And these are links that point back to your website from other websites. And what you want to do is first add your website to different social media channels. For example, you'll have a business Facebook page, Instagram account, YouTube channel, maybe a LinkedIn company profile. And what you want to do, like I mentioned before, is add NAP, name, address, and phone number. Make sure that all of these online social media channels are set up with the correct business information. And then make sure that those social media channels point back to your website, meaning that you're navigating up to the top and you're copying this link and you're adding that to all your different business social media channels. I'm going to go ahead and click on copy link. You also want to add your website to relevant online directories that will point back to your website. Again, this allows you to establish high authority local backlinks. And what I'll do is add a website link down below that will take you to all the different citations in your country that you should sign up to. And these are going to give you a free backlink from another website that points back to your website. This will essentially give your website link juice, which will ultimately help your website rank high on Google. Now, one of the most powerful online citations for local businesses is a Google Business Profile. Essentially, what you want to do is make sure that you set up your Google Business Profile and make sure that you're adding your website link to that profile. This is going to help your business get discovered locally on Google search. If you're interested in learning how to set up your Google Business Profile, then I'll add a link down below that will walk you through the process of setting up and creating your free Google Business Profile listing. Remember, after you've made any changes on your website, navigate up to Publish, and you'll see all the draft changes you've made, then navigate over to Publish. and all your changes will be published live online. However, that is everything I wanted to cover in this Google Sites SEO tutorial, helping you get discovered on Google search. And there we have it, guys. That is it for this SEO tutorial for Google Sites. Now, if you have any questions about this tutorial, make sure to pop them down below. And with that said, thank you so much for watching this tutorial all the way through to the end. If you got value, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to this channel. And that way I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.